guys, welcome to the Wellington Witch. I am Lorian and I'm bringing you your weekly pick a card reading. I hope this is a wonderful festive season for you all. I hope you're having a brilliant time. Whatever you're planning, whatever you're doing, I hope everything's going absolutely swimmingly for you. Do bear with me through this video. I may have a little bit of a tickly cough at this moment in time. It's very cold where I am, so it's going to be kind of probably with me throughout the holiday season. But this is your weekly reading for the 16th to the 22nd of December. We've just come off the full moon in Gemini, come out of a big general election in the UK. So I know that there's some anticipation, there's some particular energies, let's just say, in regards to this. So you may notice we have the 3 piles here. So we have the crystal quartz for group 1, we have the howlite for group 2, and we have the organite for group 3. So I am going to allow you to just kind of take this in a 60-minute meditation. 60-minute? Oh, that would be a bit too long for this video. 60-second meditation for this particular, choice for you guys. And then we're just going to go into the piles. I will say that there are some piles that have more cards than others. So just to be aware of that as I'm doing it. I'm not doing any favoritism here. I don't know who's going to pick what. It's just a case of how they fell on the piles at the moment. So without further ado, let's get into that meditation. I'll show a picture close up of them on the screen, and then we'll get into group 1 with the reading. Hello group 1, so you would have chosen the crystal quartz, and this is just the images of your week ahead. So I'm going to start with your tarot cards actually, and you've got 3. So you have the Empress, nice. You have the 2 of Wands, and you have the 3 of Pentacles. So already I'm getting a feeling that this is going to be quite a productive week for you. It feels as though you are doing a lot of teamwork. This could represent you in a big way. You are coming into focus this week. And I do believe that you'll probably be assisting or asking the help of somebody close to you, maybe a fire sign. Having a lot of conversations with a fire sign that's close to you. There is a communication element here with this 3 of Pentacles, but I feel like there's a collaboration almost, maybe getting things sorted, getting things arranged, basically organisation. I do feel that you are giving, and I know it's a season for giving, but I do feel it's not just physical presence. You're giving your time, your understanding, your patience. You're giving a lot of advice, maybe. Also a gentle ear to people who may need it. And I feel that's going to be really strong for you coming up. There's a sense of motherhood here. So you could be feeling like you're really, as a parent or as a hopeful parent, I do feel like there's a connection here coming for you that you may be wanting to nurture this week. The 2 of Wands, I do feel there's progress, there's discovery, there's a balance here for you this week. So let's just get some more on what that could entail for you with the moon card. So you had 2 of these. Okay, so you have hold your vision, yeah, and you also have nothing will come of this situation. So I'm just going to try and move these up slightly just so you can have the entire scope of your reading. Okay, so for me, these 2 come up when there's a a place of, okay, I don't want to be overly reliant on people. I don't want to be too anxious about something, or I don't want to worry that people aren't going to do what they say they're going to do. But I do feel there's a thing that they're asking you to be very clear about what it is you want. Hold your vision is basically not about being stubborn, but it's about having that barrier, that boundary between you and somebody else. So it could be that you're helping people and you just feel exhausted at the end of the day, but I think that what you're trying to do is have a perfect something this week. So whether it's a gathering, whether it's just a week of rest, whether it's a preparing for something, the New Year party, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, it could be something that you're trying to do this week and trying to organise. Maybe even put in a few extra hours on a project that you feel like you've abandoned for the last few months. There's something that you want to do that you haven't had time to do, and maybe everything has been a time suck for you. It's just been like, oh, I can't do this because this and this and this. What I would imagine is coming through here is a feeling of, I want to do this, I want to do it. But it's also saying that, nothing is going to come of the situation that you worry about. Nothing is going to come of, this particular road that you may be on if you're worried about it. If it, I just don't feel like a situation you're in now is going to develop into something more or less. It just feels like it is what it is. Similarly, with the void of course moon, that is the moon where witches don't tend to do much work. It's kind of in between signs. It's kind of a void slip, like you don't have anything in particular there. So it just feels like this may be one of them weeks where you're trying to get things and you hold fast to your vision. And even though some things may slip out of your grasp this week, just carry on, hold your vision. Nothing will come to it if it doesn't match your expectations. And I think that's something that they're trying to reassure you of here. So with that in mind, let's have a look and see at what people may come into your life this week, or what you may be actually harboring, the archetype that you may be this week. So you have Rebel as number 1. So this is light attributes, challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve their needs. Shadow attributes could be rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So we're seeing a lot of this in the UK, to be honest. The rebellion, the feeling of injustice, the feeling of, no, this is not what we wanted, the feeling of, why can't you just be happy with it and let's move on? Two sides of this fracture. So you could be involved in that if you are indeed in the UK. If you're elsewhere in the world, I feel like you want to be more in touch with who you are. I think that you are, or you will be, in touch with who you are. You will be developing your own opinions. You'll be developing and nurturing where it is you want to be. And again, you're trying to be organised this week, but it may come across to some people that you're trying to be rebellious by doing something different. And I just don't think that that's you. I think that you're just doing whatever you can. Pioneer. Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. If this is a light one, if it's shadow, it is compulsive need to keep moving on. So I do feel like you want to finish something. You don't want to just kind of leave something undone this week. You don't want to just, consider, oh, well, that's it, I'm done now. This is something, let me just move slightly. There we go. You don't want to just complete something or half do something and then move to the next thing. You want to actually see it through and then decide where you're going with it, which is quite powerful. But I do believe there's a lot coming into light here that I think you can really harness. And I do believe that you're on the right track for yourself this week. But do let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you. Let me know how your plans are going. And if you are interested in any of the readings I have on offer, including 2020, I invite you to click on the description box down below. But thank you so much for being here with me today, guys. I look forward to speaking to you soon, and I'm going to move on to group 2. Alright, hello group 2. So I'm just going to start by looking at your tarot cards. We're going to have a look at, the people that may be coming into your life this week, or who you may be. We're also going to look at the Moonology cards, but let's have a look at your tarot. 5 of Cups and the Princess of Swords. So when these come through, I'm automatically seeing that there could be some delayed news, or you're not getting the news you wanted this week. Maybe there was something before the holidays or everything closed down, or before New Year even, that you really wanted to have in the bag. You wanted somebody to come forward with some news, whether good or bad, and it's just not happened yet. So I feel like if you've been hanging on for something like a check, or if you want to have a yes or no from somebody, or they wanted just to see if somebody would accept your invitation, you wanted either way an answer or communication from somebody, whether that be close, professional, family, doesn't matter. It just feels like there's a disappointment there. Oh, that didn't actually happen. Oh, okay. So I just feel like that there's a delay here. On the other hand, though, I do feel that you kick up yourself, you actually get over whatever it is that has been disappointing you. And I do feel that you're actually going into something that's very curious, a very energetic time. So you're not going to just go, oh, well, twiddle my thumbs, that's it, then let's move on. There's actually a more positive change coming through here. And I do believe that you're going to hold tight to that, and you're actually going to shift into a positive mode this week. I don't think you're going to hold on to disappointment very long, even though it may be until the end of the week where you realize, actually, I don't think I'm going to get an answer. Then you can move past it. But I already think that, you may be at peace with that. Okay, so conclusions are within reach. There we go. So that's the first one. And I do believe that the conclusions are coming. So whatever you've been waiting for, whatever you've been trying to get, that's coming in. I also think that there's something about gossip here, so rumors or something that you hear on the other end of the grapevine. Expect powerful change. So I do feel that from this week onwards, actually these are all both eclipses, so it does feel like opposite ends. You're going to have a conclusion which births a change. So you're going to get an answer that actually changes something. Now, people, when I say it's going to birth a change, I think, oh, my whole life's going to change. Not necessarily. It could just be a simple one. You and your loved ones are safe. This is a wonderful thing to see around this time as well. So this new moon is basically just to reassure you that you're okay. You're on the right path, maybe feeling more homebody this week. And I do feel that you are going to enter this feeling of security, and you're probably going to feel a lot more in touch with who you are and who your friends are, who your family are. But there's still this feeling of, I really wanted this answer in order to change my life, or I really wanted this answer in order to change the path, or at least allow me to do something, change something. So I do feel that this is on its way, but it's just not this week, which may cause some disappointment to you. And I just want to reassure you that you are going to get that change. Okay, so you have the scribe. So you could be this, or you could interact with people like this week. So the light attribute is preserving knowledge and information. The shadow is altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. I don't feel you're the shadow aspect this week, but you may have something to finish. You may have submitted everything that you needed to submit for a project or something like that, and you haven't actually got confirmation that they've got it. And you're like, well, I've done it now. Why do you could feel like they're really annoying to you. But I do feel that you're going to be receiving a lot of information. I see you writing things down, maybe continuing some research, maybe continuing some in-depth investigations into things. But above all, I do see you just having not a game-changing week, but just kind of keep in mind, you're fine. Even though the change isn't here yet, you're still fine. It's coming. But just make sure that your family is safe. Make sure you're happy. Make sure your unit is happy. And I don't think anything could really disrupt the flow as much. I hope this helped, my dear group 2s. Let me know in the comments below if they've resonated. And if you are interested in a 2020 or any other reading that I've got, I invite you to click on the links in the description box below. But thank you so much for being here. I'll welcome you back again. And in the meantime, best of luck. I'm going to go on now to group 3. Hello, group 3. So you would have chosen the Organite. I'm going to start with your tarot cards. See what's coming through. Ooh, King of Swords and Temperance. All right. So this could be a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius vibe going on in your life. Could be that somebody you're dealing with. Also, a Temperance is about recurring energy. So putting in any energy you give out, especially around this time of year, making sure that you're taking care of yourself. But it could be that somebody at work or somebody even in your family life or friends is being a bit clipped or abrupt with you. And I think, or you could be, being abrupt with other people. And I feel that this is just a case of energy, lack of energy. You just need to let that kind of thing slide. As hard as it may be, I do feel that you just need to let it slide at this point. Make sure you're focused on your own energy, on your own self. And also, if you are the person who's wanting to charge forwards, finding it frustrating, or you're just wanting to be more clear thinking, before you charge ahead, make sure you've recharged enough in order to do that. That's something that's coming through quite a lot for you guys. It's just they want you to be aware that you're not going to be able to charge anywhere if you're too energy drained. But you are going to be clear thinking, and I do feel there's a combination of opportunities that this could have as well. So like, somebody may be annoyed at you or annoying you. Just make sure you're recharged. Here we go. So again, you have the 2 cards here. Your hard work is paying off, and take time to breathe out. So again, before you charge forwards, it is paying off. You're fine. You're absolutely on the ball. You're going to be in the straight and narrow. There's going to be something that you really take off with. But not yet. It just feels like, take this time to breathe out. Everywhere's closing down, at least in the UK. We're going to have this time over the holiday period. Just take the moment to breathe out. Even if you don't celebrate, do something that's good to recharge your energies. Do something that just goes, and allows you to recalibrate your senses and actually affects you in the better way of, instead of rushing around doing everything, just going, I'm at peace, And I think that's something that you may need, because the King of Swords can be very, demanding of results and intelligence and proving that you're worth it, or maybe even to yourself. Your hard work is paying off, so don't worry, but you need to take the time to rest and check in with yourself. So, okay, so this is kind of related. Avenger and Rescuer. So it kind of strengthens, you could be providing strength and support to others. You could also be wanting to definitely go out there and prove your worth and do all this activism and do all this kind of stuff. It could be that you're feeling energized to make a difference, or energized to get things done because you just want it done out of the way, or other people aren't doing it fast enough for you, or other people aren't doing it correctly and you're being very annoyed by them, so you want to rescue them, or you see that they're hurting, or you see that they're going through some stuff this Christmas or this festive season, and you want to help them. As wonderful as that is, you need to do that for yourself first of all. And I do believe that you could be experiencing some people who are really wanting to go out there and make a change, but ultimately they can't do it just yet because it's not quite the time, But I think that this week is going to be a case of you resting, take time to breathe out, and everything else should flow into the path that it's meant to flow to. But I hope that really helps you. Do let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you guys. I invite you to come back again, and if you do want a reading, the link to get one is in the description box below. All my links are there, including the 2020 year ahead readings. But thank you so much for being with me today, guys. Wishing you all the very best of luck, and I'll speak to you guys very, very soon.